The dead giveaway, let me know it was a chuckwalla instead of some other lizard, was that beautiful striped tail that they have as babies. A lot of people confuse these guys for Gila monsters. Hey, what is happening, Herpers? So it is finally time for another patron-chosen video, and this month's patron-chosen video topic was for me to finally get out there and do some field herping. So I've got my riding jacket on, and go hit my bike and find a trail to hopefully find some reptiles on. There are just flowers blooming everywhere. The ocotillo is in bloom up there in the sky. Go down, look at the bottom. You got more flowers hiding out in its shade down here. Just like this cactus is hiding out in the shade of the ocotillo. It's getting warm right now, so any reptiles that I find are also probably going to be hiding out in the shade under bushes, trying to avoid the direct sun. So that is where I'm focusing on looking at the moment. Also keeping a close eye on any holes I see like that. Still no rattlesnakes and really no reptiles other than the odd lizard or two here and there. I did find a nice little oasis of a bunch of shade. I've been checking up and down that rock wall, up and under all the bushes. Found some hackberries over here, but no reptiles yet. Just keeping my eyes open and just watching every little crevice I see on this shady rock face. Twig just snapped in there. I don't know if that was the wind or if a critter did that. Alright, coming to a little turn in the wash, and this is where I have to be real careful, because if I continue down that way and then I start heading back up the wash, you can see how if you're coming from this direction and maybe I get distracted by looking under that bush for a snake, it would be so easy to walk right past the turn and just be heading out into the desert the completely wrong direction and not realize that your turn was right behind you. Ooh, check out that spider web. If you saw some of the herping videos from last summer, you saw me getting tripwired by dozens of orb weaver spider webs. I wonder if this one's still occupied by the spider that made it. And if I was a snake, I'd be hiding in there. Gotta be around here somewhere. I'm gonna go up this way just a little bit, because I heard a whole bunch of birds, a whole bunch of action, and that tells me that there's hopefully some snake food in this area, and we might be getting close to a spot that would make a good snake den. Just really watching my step on all these boulders that the snake doesn't find me before I find it. All the plants are matted down. Something's been enjoying this shade. Got a lizard, it sounds like. Even the lizards are hard to get because they're just so dang fast. And under that top layer of bushes, you can hardly see them, you just hear them every couple minutes. There's a nasty plant you don't want to get tangled up in. Alright, still not a reptile, but I think even a little bit more impressive. Right after I filmed that last bit, I went to put my earbud back in. I know you shouldn't be hiking with earbuds. I only hike with one in and volume's all the way down. So I'm still fully aware of my surroundings, but I've got something playing in my earbud to keep the voices out. Anyway, I was done filming that last bit. I went to put my earbud back in and it was gone. So I've been pacing up and down the last section of trail that I've been looking for reptiles on, and still no reptiles, but I was able to find my earbud. And I think that's almost even more impressive than finding reptiles out here. But it also means that I have now double and triple checked this section of the wash, and besides the smallest lizards that I really can't get on camera all that well, there's just not much to show you. So I'm going to move on to another section and see if I can find something other than my earbuds. All right, so I've gone up in this wash for a little while now, not finding anything too promising. So I'm going to work on getting back to the main trail. And here's that turn. Alright, just admiring the view. As you can see, the trail came up alongside this kind of outcropping of boulders, and I wanted to check and see if we could find a snake using it for shelter. It's definitely, at one time or another, probably right now, to this day, been a pack rat burrow. That's what all of those sticks are. But that means there's definitely snake food around here. Being really careful while I step around these rocks. But it doesn't look like anything is immediately making itself known. Check over here. These look like some perfect reptile rocks. You guys see anything in there? I don't have the best view. Just checking out another rocky outcropping, looking for snakes, but just seeing more evidence of snake food. Unfortunately, none of the patrons of those snake food restaurants are to be seen. All sorts of nooks and crannies for them to be hiding though. And that's the real killer is, ultimately, I know there's decent chance that there's a snake or some other reptile of interest within at least 10 or 20 feet of where I am right now. I don't know exactly where in all of this mess it is, and that's why it's really helpful if you can find them out on the move and not when they are already hiding. Like right now where it's almost 11 o'clock, it's about 90 degrees, and for pretty much everything but the coach whips and the lizards, that's the signal to the reptiles that it's time to go get back into their rocky hiding spots, go back down underground and hide out until it gets dark and it's not quite so hot out. On that note, I am going to get back on the trail, go just a little bit further, see if I get lucky in maybe the next 10 minutes, and if I haven't found anything by then, I'm gonna know it's probably too hot for most of the reptiles that I'm interested in finding, and I'm gonna have to go back out tonight because this was the patron chosen topic for a video this month, and I don't want to send you guys home empty-handed. I'm gonna find a reptile, so if it's not in the next 10 minutes here, then this video will have a part 2, and we'll do some night herping next. Let me know in the comments what you guys think made that hole and what you think is living in it now. Here, snaky, snaky. Here, snaky. They're out here somewhere. I am closer than you can usually get to these lizards without them scurrying off, and that's because he is really enjoying that shade. I'm a little envious, to tell you the truth, but even with me this close to him, he knows that that shade is not worth giving up. Oh, sorry to disturb you, bud. And I don't want to make him give it up either, even though there are plenty of other bushes around here. Just because the sun is getting brutal. We're over 90 degrees now, and it actually hurts a little bit to put your hand on the rocks. They're starting to get so hot. So we're past the point of day where you'll see anybody hiking with their dogs, or at least we should be. And I can't blame this lizard for also not wanting to be on these hot rocks. All right, I'll leave you be, little dude. He's still just hanging out right there. Let's get myself back into some shade now. All right, made it back to the trailhead without finding anything, so I will be going back out tonight. So here we are back out now that the sun is down. I've got my trusty Herpin dog with me. And the idea now is to hopefully have an easier time finding reptiles because it's not so hot out, so they're not stuck hiding underground and under rocks, so we might be able to find them on the move. Jada, what are you doing? I just called you my trusty Herping dog. You want a bath tonight is what you're telling me? We're supposed to be, yeah, we're supposed to be looking for reptiles, remember? Yeah, that's it. Yep. Okay, well maybe we should just go back to the trail if you're gonna be... Well, now that that is out of her system, I guess we can get back to keeping our eyes out for reptiles. Hey, so since Jada and I didn't find any more reptiles last night, I'm going to go out and try one last time. It's the next morning, and I'm going out a little bit earlier today to try to see if I can catch some reptiles before they duck back into their holes and back into the rocks when it gets really hot out. So it's almost 7 a.m. right now, and I'm going to go hit the trail and see what I can find today. But before I get out and hit the trail for one last try at finding some reptiles this week, I just want to thank all the patrons that voted for this topic and made this video possible. I couldn't keep this channel going without you guys. So thank you to all of my patrons, starting with my head herpers, Allie Ward, Amanda Lynn, Deborah Torgerson, Jane Cabin Girl, JCH, Lindsay Justice, Sierra Sicard, and Tiffany H. Thanks to all of my head herpers and all of the other patron tiers you see scrolling up your screen now. Now with that, let's go see if we can find some snakes today. Anything good down there? On top.
Like a nice sunbathing area.
If anybody watching this is a snake and is looking for a place to live, I'm thinking about getting into snake real estate. There's huge backyards here, completely unoccupied, good basking spots, just waiting for the snake to come make it its home. Yeah, if this YouTube thing doesn't turn around, snake real estate, that's the next move. Like, look at that. Doesn't that look like a beautiful place to raise a snake family? Good neighborhood. There's pack rat stuff all around. You know, there's good food close to home. And most importantly, it's free real estate. If the goal was to find pack rat burrows, we would be doing fantastic today. Oh, I see a chuckawalla. Oh, he just ran. I think I might sit here and see if he comes back out. Yeah, this is a juvenile chuckawalla. He was right on that rock. And I'm just gonna take a seat here and see if he ends up coming back out. Right there. From a different angle, this is where that chuckawalla was hiding. And this is exactly how they survive. When they do need to come out and bask, they find nice spots like this where they can come sit on the rocks. But there are plenty of crevices for them to disappear back into. And let's say I saw his tail sticking out and I tried grabbing it. Unlike a lot of other lizards that will detach their tail, and that's the plan, is for their tail to pop off so they can get away. Chuckwallas don't do that. They don't give up what's theirs. They puff up their whole bodies kind of like a balloon once they're inside of the rock crevice. And then when something's trying to pull on that tail, because their body's inflated and they are now bigger than the hole that they crawled into to get under that rock. They can't be pulled out by a predator. Now the issue is there are some herpers, some really irresponsible herpers, some poachers that will go out and actually catch these as pets. And even if they're not catching them as pets and they're just herpers and they want to show them off and get good photos of them, well, I could totally lift up that rock. This isn't a big rock. I could lift that up, but that is the roof to his house. And if I did that, there's a chance I might not put it back exactly right. There's a chance I might hurt him in lifting it. But the absolute worst case scenario is I might end up ruining this home and make it so it's not a place where he wants to stay anymore or where he feels safe anymore. And that is a big issue with chuckwallas, people going out with crowbars and destroying their home. So even though I could lift that up and probably find him, I'm not going to do that because it's just not good for the long-term health of these animals and their populations out here. So I will leave him be, maybe come back and watch this at a distance and see if I can catch him coming back out. All right, so I got impatient and I'm going further down the trail, and I'm just gonna try to remember to go back and check that spot. I'm gonna do it more quietly next time. So hopefully I can get that chuckwalla on tape for you, because I just went back and checked. It's blurrier than a photo of Bigfoot. So I am going to go back there and try that chuckwalla again if I don't find a different one further up ahead. Little hummingbird drinking from the Ocotillo. It's a big hummingbird, I'm guessing, to be able to see it that well on camera from this distance. I don't know, I just got the hummingbird too, but another rare moment of a herper looking up. Got a red-tailed hawk circling around above us, scaring away all my snakes.
Well, I can go.
Yeah, go on, get out of here. I know she screamed, don't run, don't run. I'm kidding. Looks kind of similar to the one that I saw that long-nosed snake almost try eating last year. All right, so I'm back to where I saw that first chuckwalla. I'm gonna go really quietly and try to sneak up on it. Hopefully it's back out. I see one lizard already sitting right on that rock, and he is actually the one that got my attention over here the first time for the chuckwalla. So hopefully if he's back out, maybe that chuck came back out. Oh, that was a chuckwalla, a little baby chuckwalla. That wasn't the same one I saw earlier, and in fact, I think this is a different place after all, but that was a baby chuckwalla. That was the cutest thing. It's right in one of these. Oh, I can see his eye. I wish I had a flashlight. Let the camera adjust here. There we are. So that is a baby chuckwalla. See him just blink. My camera is really struggling to stay in focus. But the dead giveaway, let me know it was a chuckwalla instead of some other lizard, was that beautiful striped tail that they have as babies. A lot of people confuse these guys for Gila monsters because it almost has a little bit of an orangey color to it, and people see orange and black. You see a little bit more orange up there by his shoulder blades, and they just think, it's a Gila monster, venomous lizard. But these guys are herbivorous. They actually, in the spring, when the Ocotillos have leaves all over them, you can sometimes see these guys in the Ocotillos eating those leaves, or in the Palo Verdes eating the little yellow flowers. But this little guy is just a baby, and if I were to try pulling him out right now, what he would do, you can see all that loose skin on his belly. Sorry, don't mean to shame you. So he's actually able to inflate all of that loose skin. You can see him breathing right now, but when he actually inflates, he'll puff up like a balloon. And then once he's inflated himself, it's pretty much impossible to pull them out of whatever crack they're hiding in. But I have no idea he's there if I didn't see him from 15 feet away first. And there's no way I would get over here before he gets back to a safe spot. So you can really imagine how it's such a successful survival strategy. But I won't bother you any longer. I'll let him get some shut-eye, and leave him be. But at least we got something today. Oh, and now that we know where he lives, when I come back here, I'm always gonna check and see if I can see him sitting out. So let me know in the comments what you think we should name that little cutie, because hopefully we'll be seeing him again. This is what happens when I stop to film a chuckwalla for too long. Mrs. Hippie gets far, far away from me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the video, and thank you again to the patrons that make this channel possible and voted for this topic. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week. I hope that if you get out and do some herping, you have better luck than I had. But most of all, I hope that you just keep herping.